What's up, fam? It's your boy Prue. Holler at me. This is taking a couple times to record. I apologize. William R. I've given up pronouncing your last name, brother, but William R. Forstchen? I don't know. So I'm back. It says really cool. Months before publication, 1 second after, it's already being cited by the floor of Congress as a book all Americans should read. It's been discussed in the corridors of the Pentagon as a realistic look of what could happen if we get hit with an EMP. This place takes 1 second after an EMP strike. So it's like a really, boom. It's like, hey, you have power. You don't. What do you do? One day you're watching Netflix. You no longer have Netflix. Everything's down and you don't know what to do. I loved that premise. That is an amazing idea. And the way they did the layout of this book, where each day was like day 4. Then chapter 5 is day 5. And each chapter is a day in the life of this new society they're making. And they're making it all on a whim. And you're going to say, Pruitt, on paper, this sounds amazing. And I'm like, bros, you're right. On paper, this slaps. This is so good on paper. Now, there is a few parts that I really love, like his daughter. It's kind of a spoiler, but she has a medical condition, diabetes of some kind, and she needs the medicine. So he goes to get to the pharmacy, and he's like, "Give me all your medicine." The pharmacist's like, "I can't give you all the medicine because other people won't have it. I already don't have enough medicine to go around. We already have to start making decisions on if the 90-year-old woman gets her medicine or if the 45-year-old guy gets her medicine so he can live longer," stuff like that. There's a part where there's a trial and you don't have enough food to worry about jail. So it's like, okay, so you're gonna be executed if you're found guilty, and we're sorry, and stuff like that. And then how do they know what's going on? A lot of the cars no longer work. They do have some cars, they're really old cars that still work because I guess they don't have any computer chips in them. So they drive to the next town over, and they're greeted semi-hostile, but they're like, hey, we're just trying to get news, what's going on. So they come up with a mail system. They start worrying about how they're going to survive the winter. So they're raiding homes and scavenging and inventory stuff. They're working on farming because Walmart's not getting another shipment of food. And all of that, I was like, this is amazing. I loved all of that. Now, the downside of why this is my least favorite book of the year is smoking. The main character smokes like a chimney. Cigarettes were his only thing. There's actually a chapter which I'm like, I am so, everything this guy did. He's like, oh, we went to the other city, get a smoke in before we get there. Get a smoke after we leave. Get a smoke on the way back. Have a flashback of when I started smoking. This much of the book probably is smoking related. I'm not joking. I was so mad. I did a thing where every time they would bring up smoking, I would eat an M&M. I ate an entire bag of M&Ms on the car ride home just because that whole segment was just all about smoking. Getting his ex-girlfriend quit, but now she's starting to smoke, and now I should be worried about if I have enough cigarettes. And I'm like, man, we have all this stuff going on in the world, and you keep referencing smoking. Did the author quit smoking recently, or was he a smoker? Was he a heavy smoker, and he knows, to him, that's a big part of his life? Or did this character is the character is an older gentleman, and he smoked a lot? I absolutely lost immersion to this so quick. I'm giving this away to a friend. He's an older gentleman. I think he'll get more love out of this. I am not continuing with the series because if I'm reading a 5-book series, I'm going to bet at least 2 of this 5-book series is smoking. It's that bad. I hated it. Now, I know books are all, my personal opinion. You could read it and you're like, oh, there was a lot, but it wasn't bad. Like sex in a book or sex in a movie. You get some of it, you're fine, but there's a line, and this book not only crossed the line, it was we're crossing the line early, and then we're just going to push all your limits. And it's sad because there's a part where they're setting up the town, and they're trying to get news, and his girlfriend, his daughter, trying to figure out how they're going to survive and what's going on and who can you trust. And the local government is now your government. Your mayor is now the president of Townsville, and I thought that was all really cool. And the guy decides, cool, we can talk about these cool political schemes and unrest and how we're going to run the town. But first, let's go outside and have smoke. And then we're going to have some smokes. I'm not joking. This character, to me, I bet he went through 2 packs a day, and I hated it. And I got a buddy, and he made a good point. Like in Lord of the Rings, they don't go to the bathroom. They don't go, do whatever. They do, but Tolkien leaves that part out because it pushes the story. This author did not leave that out. This author wanted that to be a factor. Maybe in other books it becomes a big deal. Maybe he quit smoking and that's a big character arc. I don't know. But the smoking in this broke my immersion. And I already dislike smoking. My parents smoked. I knew money was tight, but we always had money for cigarettes. I understood. I have never smoked a cigarette, so I don't know it. But let me tell you, this author loves cigarettes. This could have been an ad for Marlboro. Oh, man, it was, better stock up now in case an EMP hits, guys. Oh, so bad. What sucks is, I think it made me more mad. Like, there could be less of it than I know, but this book had so much potential. I could have really liked, like, oh, man. So I was, like, seeing references like, okay, if the government shut down today, I'm in Blah, Missouri, okay? I'm in a very conservative community. Who's our mayor? Okay, now our mayor's in charge, and had me looking things locally like, oh man, what could I do? Luckily, I'm right by a giant river that has, it's Missouri. There's rivers and caves everywhere. So luckily, we have a big farmland. We're a small community with a big river, so we can travel, food source. I was like, man, okay, I'm not in a bad spot right now. My government is all really good Christian people for the most part. And, so I feel like I would be okay in this scenario for a while until like food shortages happen. But I'm also, like I said, I'm in a redneck area. So hunting, fishing, these are all big things for our community. And I realized, I was like, wow, this book is making me look deeper into myself, taking me out of the story, but to reflect on my own life. That's the sign of a good book to me. Like, wow, is this going to be my 5-star read? Then the next chapter, we had a flashback of him and some Vietnam buddies smoking. Nope, there you go, buddy. No, absolutely not. This is not going to make me reflect inward. This author is not going to do it. I could be in the world's worst position if an EMP goes off. What do I know? Nope, sorry, William R. Forstchen. No, sorry. This is my worst book of the year so far. And it's not that it's a bad book. I want to say that right now. It's not a bad book. The writing is good. The characters are good. Just the constant smoking. This book had so much potential. It's over 350 pages. If you made this a 250-page book, took out all the smoking and we could just say, hey, the character's smoker and smoked heavily, referenced it occasionally, you would save 100+ pages. This book would have flown so much better. Honest to God, if this book didn't have that, I'd have jumped straight into book 2. I'd have made a video on the spot. I'd posted in all my Facebook groups, been like, bam, read this, read this, read this, read this, read this. But now I'm telling people, avoid this. Avoid this like the plague. Read anything else. Read Twilight. Read A Court of Thorns and Roses. If you haven't had a chance yet, Grady Hendrix. I enjoy some Grady Hendrix. I enjoy Matt Haig. And Andy Weir. Those are some solids in my modern writers. Go do that. Go do that. Penelope Douglas. Go get some smut. I don't care. Anything but the manual to the back of your freaking microwave. Ugh. Anything but this. This is my worst read of the year. Worst read of the year right now. I'm going to do a top 10 list January next year of best and worst. Right now we have a contender for worst. So that being said, boy, this is your boy Prue. If you want a fun dystopian novel with some good writing and some solid characters, and you don't care about 100 pages of smoking references, that's just how I read it. Like, it's all perspective. But this could be a great read. If you get so burnt out of, like, the best references, like, let's say you're reading, I'm going to say Lord of the Rings again. Legolas shoots an arrow at an orc. Legolas walks over to reclaim his arrow from the orc. shoots another arrow with an orc, reclaims that arrow from the orc. And I'm like, I get it. Okay, Legolas is getting his arrow back. You could say this once. Well, how do you keep your arrows, Legolas? Oh, after each fight, I go to get them back. Perfect. You don't have to repeat it. It's on repeat. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Or on Apple Music, when a band you like remasters a song, so you hear the song, and then you hear the live version of the song, and then you hear the I get it. Okay, I get it. I get it. Oh, man, I was so mad. And this book could have been so good. But now you're at the worst book of the year list because smoking. Smoking kills your chance of being a great book this year. Right. Hey, that's great. This has been your boy Pruitt, guys. Check out my Ninja Disguise. Rawr. I love this t-shirt. Thank you so much. And my shoulders are looking good. All right. Go to your local library. Take it easy. Deuces.